Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. So in this week's vlog, we have some updates for you guys as well as another DIY. I made a real faux ficus tree and it's so beautiful and I can't wait to share that with you guys, but that's going to be the majority of the video this week. And then also I'm gonna go ahead and show you around the house as far as some updates because we finally got our shutters. So I'm super excited about that. If you guys want to see the full exterior view of the shutters on the home, make sure you go ahead and follow us over on Instagram right now, and please follow as well. We're almost at 1,000 people following us on Instagram, so that would be awesome if we can go ahead and bump that up, as well as only 50 more people as of right now doing this vlog, which today is Wednesday, to hit 5,000 subscribers. So I'm super excited about that. Again, thank you guys so much for the continued support and the growth of the channel. We really appreciate it. We're gonna be starting our room soon, and I'm so excited about that because Matt and I have been sleeping in our Airbnb in the basement. And it was fine in the beginning, but now it's turned into what we've been down there now for like, I think a little bit more than a month, and it's overrated. So I told him that we're gonna have to go ahead and start our room. We were gonna do some other projects first and then go to our owner's suite and do that, but we decided to forfeit those projects and do the owner's suite. We need to get back upstairs and to be able to enjoy it on the main level rather than being in the basement. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So what that means is, of course, we have to go shopping. So make sure that you go ahead and follow me on Instagram because I will be showing bits and pieces of things that I buy throughout our process of getting our room ready. So in order to do that, you know, your girl needs a whole new handbag. So Teddy Blake, New York, has been so fortunate to provide us, or me, should I say, because I don't think Matt's gonna be using it, but to provide me with a beautiful new handbag. And so I wanna go ahead and do an unboxing with you guys, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Each Teddy Blake bag is made with premium Italian leather, experienced craftsmanship, made in Italy, and provides you with the same luxury as many designer bags without the designer cost. So of course, I love the packaging. It goes so well with my aesthetic, of course, with the white and black. So it's really beautiful. I love that. So they've got pointers on that with the packaging. I love how the bag or the box opens, so beautiful. It does say that Teddy Blake New York, designer handbags made in Italy, luxury leather. Each Teddy Blake handbag has been made with you in mind to be an extension of your unique style and flatter every fashion choice. So let's go ahead and unbox this beautiful thing. It smells so good. You smelled that too, babe? It's so good. Oh, it's so beautiful. I just love this box. Like, I'm gonna be keeping this box because it's beautiful. So the bag that I chose was the Ava Silver 11-inch bag. And I think it's beautiful. They have a lot of bags on there and it was hard to choose from, like exactly which one that I wanted, but I think that this one goes with my style. So yeah, I love that it comes with the dust ruffle here, so that keeps your bag protected, free of any dirt or anything. You can store it in your closet. Oh, she's beautiful. So I love the dust ruffle, really nice, good quality, and it's really thick too, so that's nice. But then also breathable too for the bag. I do love how this bag opens here, so you would just open it here with these little flaps. And so I do like that the bag has a latch here, because sometimes these type of bags don't have that locking mechanism, so when you're just holding the bag, that sometimes your things can fly open. So it does include a strap, which I do like because sometimes you get tired of holding it this way or your arm might get fatigued, especially if you start to load it down with a lot of items. I also went with this bag because I liked on the back it had a compartment here where I can put my cell phone rather than having to always open up the bag. So let's see. Okay, good. So I do have a iPhone 13, so just making sure that it works. So that way when I'm using the purse and I'm just, you know, at the restaurant, rather than opening the full bag each time and getting my phone out, I can just have it this way towards me. Take my phone out, see if any of you guys have made a comment, respond really quick and put it back. So it's very discreet. And then in the interior of the bag here, it's made with a black suede, which I really like. It's really nice. And then it also has another compartment as well. It can store your keys, your phone as well if you wanted to put it inside of the bag, and then gum, you know, things like that. So it does come with a little lock here and just a cute little added detail on there. It's really nice. And then here on the strap, it is adjustable as well. I'm not one for straps, but it does help when you're out shopping and your hands are full and you don't want to always have to hold the bag. I do love it. It's cute. I like that. Okay, okay, Teddy Blake. Also covers up certain areas, you know. So I like it. It's really, really cute. So again, thank you so much, Teddy Blake, for sending over my bag. This one is beautiful, so I'm going to use it as my everyday Hobby Lobby, Kirkland's, Target, running around bag. And if you're interested in your own Teddy Blake bag, please check the description box for your personalized link so you can go ahead and save some money too. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So we were on our way back from a Starbucks run and I saw this tree that had, either it had fallen down or someone had cut down some of the limbs. And so I had Matt stop and I figured that it would be perfect for our real faux ficus tree. So no trees were harmed in the making of this vlog. So we ended up getting 3 of them and I come around the corner with this big old tree. Matt's just laughing. But we ended up loading up all 3 trees. I wish we would have gotten more, but maybe they'll still be there. So we ended up going to Home Depot and we needed to get some concrete to actually set the trees. And we went with this fast setting concrete that only takes about 20 minutes to set. When working with concrete, it's important to make sure that you read the instructions. It'll tell you exactly how much water to add. We decided to go ahead and wear masks because there was a lot of dust and we most certainly didn't want to breathe that in. And also we used safety glasses as well just to avoid anything getting in our eyes. So we decided to use these Home Depot buckets to set our tree, but this is going to be dependent on the size of your planter, but because our planters are a decent size, they could accommodate that bucket, but again, it's going to be dependent on your planter. So we decided to go ahead and mix up the concrete till it was a good consistency. It's our first time working with concrete, so we're just mixing it up, making sure that it looks right, which you really don't know if it looks right or not because I haven't worked with it, but we went ahead and set it, and it was a good moisture, good concrete ratio, and then we decided to bring it in the house, prop it up with these 2 chairs just to make sure that it was level, and it took about 20 minutes. So while my tree was setting, I decided to go over to Hobby Lobby. I got some ficus branches. They're normally $4.99 a piece, but they were on sale for $2.50 each, and I got about 10 branches. So with this tree, I used 2 different methods to create it. You can take the branches off directly from the actual stem, and then also you can strip the stem to the wire and then attach that to the tips of the actual tree branch to create more fullness, and I'll explain that a little bit further. So this was like a really good Zen project for me. It just allowed me to just turn some music on and then really freestyle the tree and just make it my own. So depending on how you want your tree, either you can make it more full and add additional leaves to each branch, or you can have it a little less full, just depending on your personal preference. So here I was using some hot glue to attach the leaves to the stems of the tree. Again, you don't have to use every single stem. My tree had a lot of little pieces of stem on them. And again, I didn't use all of them. Some of them I kept bare because that's how a natural tree would be. And then some of them I cut off if it was just too many on that particular branch. And then also I was attaching some of them without hot glue. Just depends on how thick that actual stem was on the branch. That, I dictated if I needed glue or if I didn't. So again, this is going to be a personal preference on there. So this is where I inserted that stem that I stripped to the wire. So you're going to use the smallest drill bit that you have and actually drill directly into the stem. And then once you drill it, then you'll be able to insert that tip directly into the stem or into the branch. And then that creates a full lengthy branch. And it's just like how a real tree would be. I did add some glue around the top of the stem just to give it some more. But with that one, it was a pretty thick branch, so I really didn't have to do that. But that was just for additional security. So it's finally all completed. Now I just need to find a planter to put her in. Ugh, I can't believe it. Like, I don't know what to say. When I was working on it up close, you don't get to grasp how beautiful it is until you step back. I'm just amazed that it came from my little 2 hands, and it's beautiful. What do you think, baby?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh. All right, let's find a planter. In that last shot, the tree at the top looked like I had just cut the tops off and it was complete like blunt cut. So I decided to go ahead and do that same trick and cut some of the wire off of the stems and create a full branch. So I did fill it in a little bit more. So I put the tree directly into the planter. The planter, again, I got it from Lowe's. And then I added some grocery bags around it to create some fullness and to bring it up to a proper height for the moss. The moss I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just layering it here just to create that more natural looking tree. Okay, so I didn't include the price of the planter in this vlog because it doesn't, I mean, it's personal preference. So if you want to splurge and get something that's a little bit more high end, a little bit more, or you can go on the cheaper route and maybe thrift the planter, whatever you decide, that's a personal preference, is how much you want to spend on the planter. But as far as the tree itself, I was able to make this beautiful tree for only $25. Yep. So I went to Hobby Lobby and I was able to get these ficus leaves. There it was half off on everything on the floral, so I was able to get these. I got, what was it?
I think it was like 5 bunches, 5 or 6.
5 times 5 is 25.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They were $2.50 each though.
Oh yeah. So how much is that? Why are you laughing at me? You know I'm not good at math. Anyway, okay, so all right, so I'm just gonna call it, I spent around 25 bucks, something like that. So anyhow, so I was able to go ahead and make this ficus tree here. And me and Matt were driving on the side of the road. I'm pretty sure he'll include some footage there, but I was looking at this tree that had fallen down in a neighborhood, and we went to go get something to eat. And then on the way back, I told Matt, like, hey, I saw this tree that had fell on the side of the neighborhood. Let's stop and see if there's any viable like tree limbs, branches, anything that we can use to go ahead and make a real faux tree. And so he was like, all right, so we went ahead and stopped, and I got 3 trees there. One is over there in my dining room space, and then the other one is currently downstairs in our basement that I'm working on, an olive tree, not poor little olive tree. I think the ficus trees are easier to make. The olive tree has been testing my patience. The ficus tree, however, was a lot simpler because I just used like how the tree flowed. So where you saw these little branches here, then I just attached the leaves and the ficus trees on its own. So that's how these ones are. And so it's a lot easier, it's straightforward. Basically, depending on how many that you want, you could always cut them off. So some of them I did cut off. Some of them I kept natural because I feel like on every tree, there's not a leaf on every tree or every branch. So I kept some of them without having any of the leaves on them. And then some of them, like I said, I cut off as well because they just were too far down the actual trunk of the tree, and I didn't want that look. I wanted it to be more full here. And so the ficus trees are the way to go if you want to do something that's quick, easy, simple. I would suggest a ficus tree. Again, the olive tree is more in depth. So if you're a little bit more advanced and you've done this project before and you want to do it again, challenge yourself on an olive tree, but it's in the basement. I'm still working on it. So for this one, I wanted something that was about 9 feet tall. Our ceilings are 9 feet. So I wanted this area to make a presence because it does go with this area here. So again, if you saw this vlog series, you know that this is our owner suite foyer here. And so we're gonna start again on our owner suite this weekend. So be on the lookout for stories on our Instagram because I'm so excited for that project. So I will be sharing. Matt sometimes wants to keep it as a secret, but I like to share some of the little projects that we do. So in this area, I wanted to make sure that it had its own visual moment here, but it also blended well with this area because keeping with the theme of some greenery, some black and natural elements. So the tree helps with that. But again, in our first house, we didn't have any pictures or anything really up. I just didn't get a chance to like develop them or got around to it. So I wanted to make sure that we showcase that as far as how hard that we worked for our home and made sure that we put us into our house. So I have some pictures here of our home, and I got this picture frame from IKEA. So just a simple frame. I used some command strips to attach it to the wall, made sure that it was level. My husband's really particular about making sure things are level. So these are just some pictures here of us, Matt and his mom here, me and my dad, and then us at our closing day, and then our kids, and we were at Ruby Falls, and then Matt and I at a family event. So just figured that they would go, and also keeping the pictures in black and white as well. But this area can stand on its own. It really, if I move out of the shot here, I think it pulls all together. And I wanted to make sure that we had some greenery in the house because I felt like green elements and some more greenery would actually make it feel more cozy. So we wanted to make sure that we added that. But I think it's really beautiful because this type of tree, I was looking at inspiration. There was like a Studio McGee tree, also some Pottery Barn trees, but they range from like $200 to $500 for like a really nice, full, tall, high-end looking one. And so the one that I found that was like really nice and full, that was like the cheapest, was a Studio McGee one from Target, but it was like $170, and I wasn't gonna pay that for a tree, a faux tree. So I ended up making it on my own, and it was one of the most rewarding projects that I've done. It just, I don't know, like doing the DIYs and doing like little projects like this are really like help with I have like anxiety and stuff, so these help me to be able to be calm and peaceful and just enjoy the moment of making something beautiful in my house. So I really love it. So coming this way, I wanted to show you guys some more updates of our home. Coming over in our foyer, again, this is a project that Matt and I did. We'll link these particular DIY videos within the description box so you guys can see how this was transformed from just being a complete white space into what it is now. So it's very beautiful, it's gorgeous, I really love it. But we did get our shutter. I'm so excited about them. We needed some privacy on the back of the door, so we decided instead of doing a room and shade, because of the rooms in the front of our home are for our children, and so we wanted shutters in their rooms as well, but we wanted to make sure that from looking on the outside of the house that each area was cohesive, so we decided to go ahead and add the shutter here. That was an additional cost, and I just love it. I got the tilt free. I don't have the tilt wand here, so I was able to get the invisible tilt. So you just move it up and down with your hands, and it's fine. It's been working out just fine. If I wanted to access the window itself to clean or anything, then I can just open up the shutter here, so it works out. And then you just go ahead and close it as well. Again, these are in our children's rooms as well, but I don't know, their rooms are almost done. For the most part, they're about like 85% done, but as of right now, we've just decided that we're just going to, since I share so much of our home, that I think those spaces we're going to just keep for them. That could change later because, you know, it is our house, so kids are only visiting for the time being until they get their own house. So right now we're just gonna go ahead and see if that's something that will change in the future, but I just want them to have some privacy, have their own spaces, and I don't have to be on them as far as like keeping their rooms clean because I wanna show you guys, they can just have it however they keep it. So I wanted to show you one last DIY that we're gonna do, and it will finally wrap out this space here. The only thing that we're waiting now is to make a definite decision on what end chairs that we want for our dining space. So if you saw last week's vlog, you know that we're still waiting on that. We need 2 more of the farmhouse style chairs to complete the table. And one last thing I wanted to show you is we've been working on an IKEA hack. And so, yes.
Hey, don't show me.
I hope that you were able to see something, and Matt doesn't edit this out. He's so particular about showing our updates on our projects that we've been working on, but it's been in the space now for about a week or so, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So again, thank you so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. Please make sure that you like, subscribe, and share it with a friend, and we'll see you guys next week at 8 p.m. Bye guys.